Hold on. Okay, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Ocean's Pit, little show about big things, Monday through Friday at noon, everybody. Today is Wednesday, the 11th of March, and St. Patrick's Day is not that far away, and we got a great show lined up. My co-host, my good friend Carlo Joseph, is back again. Carlo, can you hear me? How are you doing?
I can hear you. I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing good too, pal. All right, so guys, check the website, Tony Ocean Music. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, check the website here for all your great to book a show, to find out all this information. All you got to do is go to the website or give us a call at 847-769-8609 to book a show. Every show is dedicated to the first responders, men and women in the military, our veterans who fought for our country, but mostly it's dedicated to wonderful people like you who take the time and watch the show. We got a great show lined up for you. We're going to have a little fun today, so I hope you guys want to tune in and make your comments and do what you do. A lot of good stuff. It's showtime, so let Richie and the boys take us in here on Ocean.
Time to go, it's the end of the show. See you later from Tony O.
Try again here, folks. This is our good friend Richie from 7th Heaven. Thank you, Richie. Hey, guys, how we all doing? Ocean's Pit. I got it. It's cold outside. It's a little chilly, but I went out this morning and still enjoyed that weather while most of you people are sitting home because you think it's too cold to leave the house. Anyway, let's start the show with our sponsors, our good friends from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods, guys. Exclusively at all the JRC Ace Hardware locations. All Carhartt clothes are 30% off, including gloves, socks, and hats. How about this? Mix and match. Mrs. Meyer's Clean Day hand soap, dish or multi-purpose cleaner. Buy 3 for $12.90. That, folks. How about this? Buy more, save more on your top cleaning brands: Charmin, Bounty, 409, Clorox, Pine Sol. That's right. Spend $25 and save $5, or spend $45 and save $10. Also, save $1 instantly on all Duracell batteries. How about save some money? $14.99 on Flex Paint, Flex Tape, Flex Paste, Flex Glue, Flex Seal, Rubberize, Sealant. It is the way to go with our good friends from Ace Hardware. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Our good friends from Ace Hardware. All right, guys, and don't forget the Chicago Music Cruise number 4 is going to happen, folks, going back to Royal Caribbean Stars on the Sea. It's going to happen January 10th to January 17th. Orlando, Bahamas, Coco Cay, St. Martin, and St. Thomas. Go to ChicagoMusicCruise.com, put in Tony Ocean. Go to Marriott NTD Vacations and for all your special questions on your email. Or better yet, pick up the phone and call her at 630-688-1725 and say you want to go on the ocean with Ocean and 7th Heaven. And we already got a bunch of people already signed up. So we are excited, but we wanted more to join us. There's Gina. We got to get Gina on the show too, because you know what, for her company she works at. That's pretty interesting stuff. There's Carol. Carol will be back with us tomorrow, folks. Susan Jambroni, the closer's in the house. Kathy, how you doing, buddy? Albert, yeah, I pushed the wrong button. Thank you for reminding me that, Albert. But we're good. We got a lot going on. Now, listen, you're supposed to have my friend Nick Kota-san, and he's a wrestler, and he's got a big show on, but because of his scheduling with his work, he couldn't be on. So he's got a big match coming up at the LeClaire Center. I think this is in Wisconsin, folks. A Rise of the Ashes #5 wrestling match. That's Honor Among Wrestling League. He's going to be fighting Reagan Lendell on March 21st. So hopefully we can get him back on the air. A couple other things real fast, folks. Just trying to make sure that some of these little stories. This is actually a pretty big story. He was a friend. Of course, we all know remember the great Mr. Pete Palumbo years ago, and Sammy and Joey. Well, Joey died a few years ago. Orange Crush, Earth Moves with Palumbo, of course. The younger one, Peter Palumbo, that we lived down the street from each other. He just passed away during a surgery at the age of 53 years old. So our prayers go out to the Palumbo family. It's sad when someone passes away. Also, for all you Pac fans out there, remember the Dead Kennedys? The lead singer, Jello Berfaya, also passed away of a stroke. So, Carlo, you're doing okay. How about a congratulations to Italy, for beating again the United States in baseball. They won yesterday. 20.
I was shocked. I was a bit shocked.
Yeah, 5-0. And the reason why I think the Italians won, because they're drinking all that cappuccino all day long. So that espresso that they're drinking all day long, which is kind of cool. All right, I did nothing yesterday. I laid back, relaxed. I got my hair cut this morning. Maybe we'll go out for some cocktails tonight and do something, but it's good. Now, tomorrow, like I said, Carol Brandolina will be on the show for Toxic Thursday. And since we're going to be a couple of shows that are coming up out of state, some big ones, December 19th and 20th will be in Nebraska, Oceans Rat Pack on December 19th and 20th, 4-2 special at the Fox Theater. And around the bend for 2 Christmas shows in December. We're going to be in Texas on December 16th and 17th. And Bobby LaMattia will be our guest on Friday. He's the promoter of the show. He used to be here from Chicago. So Oceans Rat Pack are going to Texas. Mara, Shaney, all you guys from Texas, I hope you guys can be there. And we're going to be in Corbin, Kentucky on October 3rd. So Kentucky and Texas in the month of October, and Nashville in July. So we got a lot of good stuff happening with Oceans Rat Pack. Sandra, how you doing? Dennis, how you doing? Rose, how are you doing? We need more questions answered. Yes, Lilia, how are you doing? All right, so let's say our prayers to that big, massive tornado again yesterday. Did you see? We got no hail here in Elk Grove, but my God, in Kankakee and Darien, did you see the size of those? The ice that came down, man. Holy cow! Did you see that, Carlo, at all?
Yeah, I saw it on TV and on Facebook.
I mean, there were size of golf balls. So I seen one guy showing his car, his old window thing was all scratched up and smashed, and it's like, yeah, that's when you're living out there in like Plainfield and those area up there. Sometimes they get hit hard, pretty side all the way up there. I don't know if she got hit, but a lot of people. So our prayers. Hopefully there was no damage there. Okay, for all you sea lovers, Carlo, are you a seafood lover?
I am.
You are. Well, right now,
Can you hear me?
according to WGN Seafood, a lot of stuff is being. Yeah, I can hear you. Just take too long to answer. WGN Seafood is being recalled in 9 states. Illinois is one of them. So be careful if you're ordering any seafood. Right now, they say they have the norovirus in some of these foods.
Yep.
So be careful.
Yep.
I'm not much of a seafood guy. I don't trust that shit. I'm sorry. I'll eat some fish, but not a lot. Lilia said she got hail in Riverside. Susan, how are you doing? It's snowing outside right now. Okay. Didn't even show that in the forecast. So there you go. Ooh, we can't leave the house because it's snowing and it's raining. Do you remember when we were kids?
I got my flannel back on.
There is a reverb sound. Does Carlo have a phone on listening while he's
Oh,
talking? Shut your phone
probably.
off.
How's
There you
that?
go. Thank you. Thank
Better?
you, buddy. Daryl Armstrong. Yeah, it's better now. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, watch out for that seafood. And you know what? When we were kids, all we worried about is snow, if there was a lot of snow. But now, some of these people, if it rains, they don't leave the house. If it rains, I mean, what's going on with this generation? It's rain, folks. It's rain. It's like, oh my God, we can't leave the house. It's a Wednesday night. What's this?
That's
world
why they
coming to?
invented umbrellas.
That's why they have umbrellas. That's right. All right. What else we got here? Were you ever in the fighting, the MA fighting? You ever into that stuff, Carlo?
When it first came out, I was a little bit. When the fights weren't as often, I think they're almost every weekend now. They have a fight, or every other weekend. But when they had the big matches, they would draw pretty well. The bars would get pretty crowded, and I knew because they'd always postpone me going on if I was DJing or doing a karaoke show. It was based on when the last fight was over, the main fight was over. So
I haven't watched. I think I maybe watched one when it first came out, but the one I'm excited about is happening on Netflix in Los Angeles, California. It's going to happen May 16th. Ronda Rousey going against Gina Carano. Oh, Gina, she was the very first one. She was like, wow. Not only is she a knockout, and she's beautiful, and she's Italian. Her father is a Ferrari Wines, I think. That's her dad. So, and then I know she was like one of the best, and then she got out of it, and she gained a lot of weight. But then Ronda Rousey came back, and because Ronda Rousey said she was influenced by Gina, so she got her back into shape. And that's going to be a big fight, and I hope Gina. And then I like Ronda, but I want Gina to win. That's what I want.
I hope it's going to be better than the Mike Tyson fight when he came back.
Yeah, when he came back. Well, you know what? First of all, I think she's a lot younger than Michael is, but I've got Netflix, so I'm gonna try to watch it or tape it, whatever it is. But I definitely want to see that. Paula, how are you doing? I'm in Arizona. How do you feel about the time change? Perfect weather here. Paula, you're in Arizona. Yeah, she's got a cool name. She got good. Yeah. The weather change. I don't mind the change. A little groggy when I woke up, but because I don't sleep. I was up at 4:30 this morning. So I just don't sleep.
Yeah, I just tell people to be careful. Being an ex-safety manager, I used to tell my workers or employees that the weeks following a time change, you have more chances of being in an accident, having a heart attack, or having some kind of medical condition. So just be a little bit, I used to tell them to just be a little bit more careful when they're crossing the street or driving a car. It does something to you inside. It messes you up. And most people are having problems sleeping as it is. Now you throw that in there. And again, there's been a big argument as to whether they're going to do away with the time change at all.
I think they should definitely get rid of the time change. I agree. All right, a couple other things, folks. Let me tell you, this is not even Minnesota Vikings wide receiver Rondale Moore died at 25 years old. Shot inflicted wound, gunshot. Man, I'm hearing about this stuff all the time. It's crazy. Oh, Paula, you're Carlo's sister. Well, how you doing, Paula? Carlo's sister.
It's her birthday. It's her birthday tomorrow.
Well, happy birthday. It's snowing in Vernon Hills. What do you know? Well, I always give shit people about Arizona and Florida. You guys are in bed by like 5 o'clock. I just don't know how people handle it out there when it's 160 in July. Oh no, it's dry heat. It's dry heat.
Hey, it's the same. It's the same as being here. You're not doing anything outside. You go from your house to the car. The car's air conditioned. You get to where you're going, it's going to have air conditioning. So I don't know.
Right, then why are you guys all in bed? Then why is everybody in bed by 5 o'clock?
Not everybody. Not everybody.
it wasn't a casino, you'd be in bed by 5 o'clock. Anyway, yeah, so that's it. So I'm hearing a lot of these these suicides, or one guy killed him, tried to stab himself, trying to break up a frozen burger yesterday. We talked about that. Crazy. Isabel Drake, I hope you're still having fun on your birthday, which was just Saturday. Great. You know what, folks? Back for some of you people that might been following the Dan Davis story. You know, he was a bartender. He worked at 115 Bourbon Street, and he went missing in November after he left the bar. And the family, of course, and all the musicians and people from Chicago, they can never find the body. Well, I guess his body was found in a park. So he is dead. So our prayers go out to the Davis family and the 115 Bourbon Street family in Marionette Park. A sad story, but he is not with us. At least there's some closure there. I don't know what happened to him, whether it was a heart attack. I don't know. I didn't know the gentleman myself, but a lot of musicians in the Chicagoland area did know him. Paula, my husband says thank you, and he thinks it gets too hot too. See? Your sister's husband thinks it gets too hot. Yeah, there you go. So yeah,
that's why they're moving back.
That's why you're moving back. Good for you. Hey, basketball, NBA, Magic Johnson. Right now they're negotiating to get a basketball team in Las Vegas. So you oh, that's good with the Blackhawks. Good. You won one game after losing 8, and you beat a bunch of Mormons from Utah. Woo! Big game.
Hey, you can't win them all. You can't win them all.
But Magic Johnson trying to bring a basketball team to Las Vegas. What do you think about that?
Now, I don't know. I think LA's got too many teams as it is. I don't know. Do they really need another one? There's probably markets, other places in the United States that could use teams. I don't know about flooding one area with. I think, don't they have 2 or 3 different basketball teams?
I don't know. I didn't even know Las Vegas had a basketball team. I'm only follow the Knicks, and the Knicks are killing this year. Killing.
They're coming to Vegas? I thought you said they were going to LA. I'm sorry. Oh, Vegas could use it. Yeah, Vegas could use it.
Yeah, they're talking about bringing the Las Vegas team to the NBA for basketball. Magic is the most positive person I know. Jeff Hunt. Okay, Jeff.
Oh.
Yeah, ooh, that's a good one.
Where's the symbol?
Yeah, there's an interesting story. There was a guy, a California registered sex offender. You hear about this? Trying to run for city council. Rene Campos, and he was denied. He didn't qualify. So here's the question you got to ask. Sex offending, it's a disease. They get arrested. They get caught. They have to tell their neighbors. They have to tell people that they are a sex offender. And there's probably a Ricky Stokes is in the house. Happy birthday to Ricky, buddy. And I hope you're doing well, brother. So what happens on that situation, Carlo? I mean, it's almost like, is it almost like?
I mean, some people probably don't even know because they don't even check the map. There's a map that you can go on. You put your address in, and it'll let you know who is in the area. So a lot of people don't even know. But you know, as a police officer, I stopped somebody once that had that hit on their plate when I stopped them. So he just told me that it was something that happened when he was in high school or college. He was in college, and at that time he was already in his 30s or 40s. So it was a long time past. I don't know what the circumstances were, but it does get reported on your plate when you run it, and you can find out. And I think everybody should go, especially if they have kids. There are certain things that they cannot do. They cannot put on any, I think, Halloween decorations. They can't give candy out at Halloween. They have certain restrictions they have to follow. So,
no, I got that. Right. And well, good point. Paula says, was he a convicted sex offender? I thought you couldn't vote or run. Well, he was a registered sex offender. He tried to run, and he didn't qualify. And it's surprising, though. But what I'm trying to say is, okay, I don't know what the situation was, but how do these guys, or men or women, whoever they are, how do they get work? I mean, some companies,
I
you
don't
can't.
know.
On that, can you not hire somebody if that's on his record and he's
I
trying
mean,
to?
you could.
How
I
does that
mean,
work?
I think you can hire them. It's just for information purposes, basically. And
Okay, so
no, if
yeah.
Pritzker has his way, he might exonerate or clear everybody the way what he wants to do. He wants felons to start voting again.
Yeah, well, there you go, folks. Yeah, so you got a point there. Paula, your question about the Bears, I hope they end up in Indiana. I'm hoping. Something just came up again today that they will go to Indiana. But then look at all the money they're spending on Soldiers Field. How much money they're going to put into making this new Soldiers Field now for concerts, just in case the Bears decide to go to Indiana. You know what? You know what's so interesting? People that are bitching about the Bears moving to Indiana don't even go to the games. They watch from the television. They don't even. So where do you care if they go to the moon and play? You know what I mean?
That's true.
That's it makes sense. So, and another thing, now this might piss off some people, but Mike, if you are conservatives and you are a Trumper for our president, Donald Trump, some are not. This might be exciting to some people, but not exciting to others. But there will be a Trump parade happening March 25th, going from Bloomingdale to Addison, and that's going to start at 10 a.m. if you're interested in joining the Trump parade, like you said. Jeff, yeah, welcome to the Gary Bears. No, the governor already said it's still called the Chicago Bears, just like my team, the New York Giants, and the Jets have been playing in Jersey for years. So what's the difference? You know, I don't know what the hoopla is, but anyway, okay. Don't forget now, March 25th. It's a Wednesday night. Wednesday during the day on this platform. Laura Ocean and Carol Brandolino will have their own format called Ocean Split. From the girls' table every other Wednesday on this format. Now, some people are watching the show for the first time, we're on the Tony Ocean Show Facebook page. We're on the Ocean's Pit Facebook page. We're on the Mo Carrara Facebook page. We're on YouTube. We're on LinkedIn, and we're on X, formerly Twitter. That's how you can see Ocean's Pit Monday to Friday at noon. It's going to be Laura and Carol talking about women's stuff, women's stories, women's health, relationships, all that stuff. And it's going to happen at 12 o'clock on this format, Wednesday, March 25th, and then they'll be doing it every other Wednesday. So that should be kind of cool for men to even want to watch that. Very cool. All right. So we got a bunch of stories. Let's go to headlines, and we haven't got a chance to read some of these. Some of these might be a little older, but all right. This is for all you men out there. Tell me what you think, Carlo, too. Men are the horniest in autumn, while women are the horniest in spring. A study from University Thompson in Norway, the UK, found that sexual desire may shift with seasons. Research observed that women reported higher sex interest in spring, April, and May, possibly linked to increased sunlight. Men, however, peak around late summer, early autumn, especially in August. Scientists believe changing daylight affects hormones, which can influence mood, desire, but they say more research to fully understand why. Do you believe that, Carlo, that people are horny at different times of the year?
I could see that. Sometimes it could be, who knows? They say the way the planets align, or something in the atmosphere or whatever. It could be, It seems logical.
It's a question we'll never know. Absolutely. Random search. This is very random, but 80 million bacteria are transferred to each other in a 10-second kiss. As many as 80 million bacteria are transferred during a 10-second kiss, says a new study, adding that at least 9 intimate kisses per day could lead to couples sharing similar communities of oral bacteria. So the object of this story is don't kiss anybody.
No, carry some Chloraseptic with you.
Some people might need gum or mouthwash.
Maybe that's why they invented liquor. Maybe that's why they invented liquor.
Maybe that's why they invented liquor. Dennis from Lake Geneva sent this in. The right person will choose you every single day, not just when it's convenient. Good quote.
Good quote. Yeah.
I love that one. Very, very cool. And I love some of the stuff that you guys send in to me. Donny Osmond's in trouble. Of course, Donny Osmond, the big heartthrob in the 70s with the Osmond brothers and him going solo, of course. Ronnie B., what's up, brother? A woman is suing Las Vegas Strip Casino as longtime performer Donny Osmond after a prop hit her in the back of the head during a show, causing damage to her eye. Well, she's got it right there, right?
Yeah. Does he only have one wife?
It's not a wife. He's suing the lady who was in the audience while he was singing. So whether it was his show or something in the stage stuff, so he's going to get sued. The hotel will get sued. Everybody will get sued.
Yeah, I think he was at the Flamingo. He used to have a show at the Flamingo last time I was there. One of the times that I was there, actually.
Paula, your sister says put a mask on before you kiss. Hey, that might work. Paula, that might work. All right, guys, think about this. There are a lot of paying jobs. Some jobs pay higher than others. Here they are, folks. According to worldwidedaily.com, these are the highest paying jobs in the United States of America for 2026. And we'll start at number 20. Chief Executive Officer makes $250,000 a year. A technical program manager makes $149,000 a year. Investment banker comes in at 18 at $175,000. UX director, whatever that is, $160,000. Marketing manager, $140,000. Construction manager, $111,000. Pharmacist, $132,000. Real estate developer, $150,000. A judge can make $154,000 a year. Airline pilot, $189,000. Finance manager, $171,000. Let's see. The highest paying job is a surgeon, $398,417 a year for a surgeon. And I probably wonder because they probably need a lot of money just for the insurance for malpractice. There's so many lawsuits, whether the doctors did something wrong or not. Someone's always going to try to do so. I'm sure they have a high insurance on that. You know,
right. That's why a lot of doctors have gone into practicing just at hospital clinics. They have set hours. They don't have to do hospital rounds anymore. And I know I have one of my cousins that was a doctor. He just retired in January. He used to do everything. He used to do minor surgeries, and he was just a family practitioner. But he even delivered babies up until the insurance got so high that he had to stop doing that. But yeah, there's insurance will kill you.
Yeah, and there's a lot of them that are retiring early too. A couple of doctors that I knew, and then 2 doctors that used to work on me are dead. So there you go. Too much working out.
Probably from the stress.
Or maybe too much of those damn shots back in 2020 when all these idiots took those shots in 2020. Richard, I'm sorry I'm late. I was watching your interview on Hardcore Italians. Oh, thank you, Richard. Yeah, that's a good interview. I had a good time with that. Thank you, Richard. All right. So, yeah, interesting stuff here on Ocean's Pit, Monday through Friday at noon. Carlo Joseph, a good friend of mine, is while co-hosting. The harder the conflict, the greater the triumph. Do you agree with that, Carlo?
I agree. Yeah.
That was said by the great George Washington, our first president of the United States. Okay, let's see what else we got here. I'm not even going to get into that because that's a whole different story. All right, Joey Spence. Oh, this was old news, so we can't say that. That's old, didn't work. And we already talked about Jeff with that. So, okay, let's see. The taxpayers deserve receipts. This is from morecrazystuff.com. If they can track $600 transaction to your bank account down to the penny, then they can damn well tell us exactly where our trillions in tax dollars are going. We're not taking loose change here. We're not talking about loose change. We're talking about money that funds schools, hospitals, roads, literally the entire system. Yet somehow we're left in the dark while they're monitoring every single swipe we make. Makes you wonder who's really controlled. They can't come up with it. What do you think on that?
Yeah, that's why I think Illinois needs a Doge.
They need a
All
Doge. Yeah, I agree.
They need
I
to
agree
figure
with
out where this money's going to. And you know what? From what I see, most people nowadays, the shock value's over. It seems like everybody doesn't care about anything anymore. Nobody can be surprised by anything anymore. It just seems to me like, okay, we found that Pritzker's Hyatt hotels got money from the state of Illinois to house, aliens in Chicago or whatever. Does anybody
they
care?
don't care for Illinois because it's a Democrat people that keep bringing in the to vote for these guys, and it's not only Democrat, Republican. They're screwing everybody in this state. That's what people don't understand, and I don't even know how these people sometimes get reelected. I mean, it's crazy. Ellie Weinhardt, how you doing, my dear friend? Hope you're doing well. Danny Massey's in the house from Armando Supermarkets, 925 Liberty Street in Elgin, Illinois. Buy local, shop local, meats, groceries, prepared food, pre-prepared food, and rotisserie chicken and more from Armando Supermarkets, 925 Liberty Street in Elgin. Karen, how you doing? She says, hi, Tony. A lot of our doctors have left the state of Illinois due to insane rules deemed by insurance companies. They're not allowed to do certain things anymore. There you go. Just like our teachers, Isabella Drake, she's a teacher. They can't do what they used to do. My teacher would give me a whack if I got out of line. You can't do that. You can't do nothing anymore.
She'd be whacking you all day, probably.
Yeah, I was getting hit all the time. Yeah, there you go. We just lost a great actor, Robert Duvall, but he said something, quote, not every successful man is a good father, but every good father is a successful man.
I agree.
Yeah, there's a lot of good dads out there. And then there's, of course, a couple bust outs that give a bad name for all the other great fathers out there. So, I know what you're saying. How about Team USA? Yes, Richard, we did mention that. Team USA, Team Italy, upsetting USA 8-6 in the World Baseball Classic. 2 White Sox players started the scoring for Italy. All right, there you go. Now, this was actually sent in maybe a couple of weeks ago. This was on Carol's post. I sent that, and I like that site where you go back and you find out your history. I like that. Some information on my family tree. They sent me back a packet of seeds and suggested I started over. I've never done that. Have you ever done that, Carlo? Have you ever looked?
I have a cousin of mine. That did a family tree, and I've on her. She's related to my dad's side, so I don't know how far it got, but she was pretty in depth. I don't know. I sometimes think about it because my parents were born in Italy, and sometimes those records are hard to get. Most of the in small towns, the births are recorded in the church. And I think in my church, there might have been either a flood or a fire that destroyed a lot of the, a lot of the documents and birth certificates. So I'd have to have to check into it. I'm going this summer, hopefully. So I will probably look into seeing if I can get some of that stuff. I think my sister Paula might have some of the
Listen,
documents.
I really don't want to know mine. I really don't want to know mine. I
No?
really don't give a shit. Well, what's the point? I mean, it's okay. I know I have family in Italy. I have a bunch of people probably that I've never met, that
Right.
cousins. I know all my cousins.
But
and
you want to
nephews.
know how far back your lineage goes, though? I mean, I watched this. Have you ever watched that show, Finding Your Roots?
Yeah, but they never have too many. You ever notice they don't really have that many popular entertainers on? They have like these people I never heard of, and they talk about finding their roots. But it's kind of interesting. It's almost like, what was the TV show, This Is Your Life? Remember?
Right. Right.
When they came on, hey, remember this voice? Hey, motherfucker, where's my alimony payment? No, actually, or do you remember that voice? Yes, that was
Yeah.
your first.
Right.
Yeah. I never had alimony payments, thank God. Anyway, Mary, how are you doing? Dennis, I hope you're doing good. All right, so let's get it. Celebrate the people in your life who are there because they love you. For the other reason, that's because who you are. And I love that quote. It really is important, your circle. And as we get older, Carla, we realize that our circle is getting smaller and smaller.
Yep.
And sometimes it's sad. And then any times you end up seeing people now are either weddings or funerals. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Paula, good one, Paula. Your sister says, unless I'm related to royalty or the Rockefellers, I don't care. I don't want to know. You don't want to know. I don't care. All right, great. So, So who knows? Then, you don't want them to know. God forbid you become a millionaire. Then all these people are going to come knocking at your door to borrow money.
Yeah.
Remember me? Cousin Hazel? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, Mary Witz. What's up, brother? It's a snowy day. Mary Grievous again. There she is, Mary. We just talked
Hey,
about
Mary.
the cruise. Say hello to Mary, 630-688-1725. Join us in January 2027. So Gary says it's snowing. I didn't realize it was snowing outside. Here's a good joke. Alligators can live up to 100 years, which is why there's an increased likelihood that they will see you later. Alligator. Okay.
Where's that snare drum and cymbal? Cymbal.
There's the information. Thank you, Mary. Right up there, folks. Got to join us on the cruise. All your information is there. Call Mary. She'll give you all the details you need to join us on the Chicago Music Cruise. Now, this is good. They were talking about the ID voters, and we had Mr. Orange on Friday, who was a former CIA military. His father was a high-ranking general, and trying to ask that question, why the Democratic Party, not everybody, but the Democratic are trying to get people not to have a voter ID. Here's a perfect example. MattVanSol.com. Guys from Minnesota. My wife ordered NyQuil via Walmart delivery. It required a photo ID for delivery for NyQuil at Walmart. The man who delivered it couldn't speak English at all, but took a photo of my ID from NyQuil from Walmart. But somehow we don't need an ID to vote. Carla, what's your thought about this?
I think we should have an ID to vote. I think that would cut down on a lot of areas that do have, I say a lot of areas that have voter fraud. I think I've relayed this story to you before on how some of the precincts in the city of Chicago do it. Back when Jay Levine was on the air, remember Jay Levine from Channel 2?
Yeah.
I was watching him one night, and he had come in on a 10 o'clock news channel, and he said, "Yeah, I just went to vote, and they told me I voted already." And what they do is they wait until just before closing time, and then they go out back and they see who hasn't voted, and they got people standing in the background outside. Says, "You're Bill, you're Joe, you're Pete, come on in, and we'll sign you right up." And that's how they get the votes. It's not what you think. It's not manipulating the buttons or they get people that are not who they say they are, And those people, they may reuse them 50 times, you
Well, I
know, and
know.
that's,
I know my dad, when he was alive, this is what he told me. He remembered voting for Kennedy 5 times. 5 times for
yeah.
Kennedy. So, pardon the noise in the back. As you know, they're still redoing our kitchen, so sorry about that. All right, former President Joe Biden said to be devastated over the loss of Jesse Jackson, and he's sending condolences to his brothers Michael, Tito, and Jermaine.
Oh, gee.
Oh, Buffalo Wild Wings is in trouble. Buffalo Wild Wings chicken wings. Or is it a nugget? Can a cauliflower have wings? The lawsuit steamed in Illinois 2025. Visit his local Buffalo Wild Wings. Adim Hakam said he was deceived by the company, which marketed boneless chicken wings in the wing section of their menu. The products are more, and I don't know, are they chicken wings or are they nuggets?
I don't know. I try to stay away from that place.
Yeah, me too. I don't think I've maybe been there a few years ago, back when my son first was working there, our son Joey. But yeah, I don't know what you're getting anymore these days. Even they said an interview yesterday I seen about there's not enough cows. Where are they coming up with all this meat?
Yeah, they're probably fillers, breading.
Human remains. Human remains.
I don't know about that.
I wouldn't doubt it. In this crazy world, people eating this shit, I wouldn't doubt you've been eating somebody. You might have, yeah, I don't know. Wouldn't put it past me. If I accidentally like something, I will unlike it. I don't care if you saw it. If I accidentally like something, I will unlike it. I don't care if you saw it. Would you do that on social media, Carlo?
I don't know. If I liked something and I unlike it.
Well, you did it on accident. You liked something and it was an accident. Would you remove it or keep the like?
Probably remove it.
And then you know that the person's seen you do that.
I don't know. Do they? If it's not, do they have to see it at that moment, or does it stay up on it?
According to this, they can see it, that it was liked or not. Stop creeping on people. There you go. Good one, Carol.
Yeah.
All right. Executive order making English the official language of the United States of America. According to Fox News, President Trump is trying to make English the official U.S. language. What's your take on that?
Well, I think this day and age, I guess it needs to be certified to make sure that in the future it doesn't change over. You know, I think a lot of people used to complain when things used to be in a lot of different languages, like our Spanish, a lot of directions, a lot of postings used to be in both language, English and Spanish. I don't know. I think that if you're in an area that has a highly Hispanic population, maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea. But as far as English should be the official language of the United States.
Well, you know what, Richard? Good point. Richard Hamlin says, I thought it already is. You know?
I don't know.
I can, it's hard though when you check into a hotel or if you're on your phone, and we all been through that. Press 1 for English, press 2, and then when you press 1 for English, it still sounds like some guy or some woman from some other part of the country, other part of the world.
Right. I've had customer service agents sounded like they were in Vietnam. I could hear a rooster crowing in the background. You know, I mean, it's like
maybe that guy on Joliet that was choking that was beating up the rooster. That was a story.
I don't know.
Yeah, you never know. And they got translators for that. Thank you, Paula. Jeff, yes, it does. Seen so many non-speaking English people when I was out there for 8 months. Yeah. Mary Beth, how are you doing? Well, welcome to Ocean Spit. And then if you go to a different country, you try to learn their language
Right.
and they laugh at you. You say you're better off just saying, hey, I don't speak English instead of, when you try to talk to somebody in a different country, they kind of look at you, they make fun of you. Facebook is back to the old crap, suspend you again for speaking your First Amendment rights. I have not seen that yet, Dennis, but I wouldn't doubt it. Could be out there. Yeah, Jeff, that was the Joliet guy who's beat up the chicken in front of the supermarket. Hey, guys, anybody feeling low right now? Listen to this. Better days are coming your way. You have carried enough. You have survived enough. Everything you went through built strength you did not even know you had. Now it's your reason, or now it's your season to rise, to glow. Step into what's meant for you. Believe in yourself. Receive it. And that's for anybody that's going down right now. I think that's a great thing, and it makes a lot of sense. Absolutely. Helen Tenuta, I hope you're doing well. Long time no see, friend. Okay, sad news is coming this morning. At least 2 members of Chicago's Empire Dance Company was killed in an SUV accident off of Bishop's Ford Expressway. Our prayers. That's horrible. I mean, that's all I'm hearing is bad news all the time, guys. It's all bad news all the time. And if you get some funny story, it's just sad. It's just sad. You know what time it is, folks? It's the weather right side. But when I took the weather down this morning, it wasn't snowing. This weather is brought to you by our good friends from JRC Ace Hardware Store that always talks about our weather, folks. It's the weather moment, and I want to make sure that I got it here. Brought to you by our good friends from JRC Ace Hardware. Buy local, shop local. The weather today for Wednesday, March 11th, it's 36 degrees, 91% humidity out there, 11-mile-an-hour winds. When I first said this, when I first looked it down, it was rain between 1 and 3 o'clock. But now, as everybody's telling us, it's snowing out there. So I don't know if it's going to stick, but we do have some snow. And that is brought to you by JRC Ace Hardware Stores. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before your neighborhood. You're watching Ocean's Pit, a little show about big things. Show's coming up again tonight, Thursday, Shea Hotel in Arlington Heights, rooftop. We'll be there tomorrow, me and Double T. Friday, Chicago Prime Steakhouse. Come on by. I'll be there with Jerry Jams Renda. And we're going to celebrate my buddy Carlo Joseph's birthday and Jeff Hunt's birthday this Friday at Chicago Prime. Get your ass out of there. And then Saturday, we'll be at Ronald Estes Club Arcada Speakeasy, oshows.com. That show starts at 8:30 if you've never been up to the Speakeasy. Very, very cool. All right. Dennis, you were kicked off for 3 days? Okay, well, I'm sorry about that, brother. I don't know if it's happening to other people. The First Amendment, you got to watch out with some stuff that's said on social media, so I don't know about that. Herbie Gaines, welcome to Full Spring. 12 seasons of Chicago. Winter, Full Spring, which we're now. Second winter, Spring of Deception. Third winter, the Pollying, actual spring, summer, Hell's Porch, false fall, and second summer. And then, of course, construction. These are the seasons in the beautiful city of Chicago.
No, they always say if you don't like the weather, just wait about 5 or 10 minutes and it'll change.
Yeah, it is a little crazy. All right, guys, social codes. Social codes to live your life. Number 5, this is number 5. What am I saying? Number 5. Okay, number 10. Leave graciously when a conversation is over. Number 9, observe patterns, not just impressions. Some people say the first impression, but that's not necessarily true. Lisa, it's snowing in Rolling Meadows. How are you doing, my dear friend? I hope you're well. So it's snowing everywhere, guys. Kathy Eppolito, how you doing, honey? Ralphie, how you doing? All right, so observe patterns. Remember, everybody says first impressions. Do you believe on the first impression? I don't believe that. You could have had a bad day when you meet somebody.
Right, I agree. I mean, not everybody has a you might catch somebody on an off day or something, and it's just like not, not to base everything on the first impression.
Pay attention to tone changes. They tell the truth. Speak softly in public places. Well, that's something I don't do. I need to learn that. Give people space when their energy drops. Don't brag. Let people notice on their own things about you. Read the room before you talk. Woo, boy, do I got to learn how to do that one. Respect time. Late responders are still responders. Pretty good. Don't ask questions people didn't open the door for. Keep conversations balanced, not one-sided. Match people's tones, not just their words. Not replying is still a clear message. If someone steps back, you don't step forward. And don't interrupt someone when they're speaking. We can all learn a little bit of some of these codes. Absolutely. Love some of this stuff. Okay. Anyway, I know breaking a minute here. Okay. I'm so sick of these Epstein stories. And you know what's really sad about this, Carlo? And I think we talked about it to everybody I've had on the show. That here in the United States, you hear new stories every day, every day. It's getting boring. It's getting bad. Because like you said, nobody gives a shit anymore. The problem is in the UK, they at least arrested 2 people. Or at least they, brought them in, questioning. We don't have nothing here in the United States. And it looks like they don't give a shit.
Like I said, the shock value is over. People become desensitized about what they hear in the news or what happens out there. What, 20, 30 years ago, there would have been people all shocked. Not anymore.
No,
people, they just become callous to everything that they hear, and that's
happened. You're right. Correct. That's happened after 2020.
Yeah.
When 2020 came, and the world definitely, it was always, people just went completely nuts. Our electric bill. Now, this makes a lot of sense. Explaining why our electric bill never decrease, even though we have swapped all LED lights, Energy Star appliances, built massive solar and wind farms, but our bill most of the time is still the same.
I don't know. They're finding that there's a lot of hidden things in the bill that are not disclosed, and they're trying to get some more transparency in the bill as to what is actually being charged. They're trying to break that out or itemize it so you can see what's going into your bill or not.
Okay, so there you go. Good answer. Thank you. Florida couple arrested. The guy was from Florida. The girl was from Arizona. Figure this, folks. Florida and Arizona couple arrested after pickleball brawl erupts over a line call at the retirement community. Florida and Arizona grandparents go from early bird special to jail cell after pickleball line called meltdown. Bingo night was canceled in Arizona and Florida. Residents at quiet Florida, Arizona retirement communities got more action than they bargained for after a heated pickleball dispute, allegedly turning the Great Geritol Georgia match of 2026 held in Florida and Arizona.
That's a good one.
You can't make this shit up, folks.
Nope.
You can't make this shit up. Absolutely.
Who would have thought?
There you go. And everybody's blaming Trump. Right. Anything that goes wrong right now, it's all Trump. It's all Trump. It's crazy, crazy. Okay. Ricky Gervais, whether you like him or not, I love him. Remember, when you're dead and you don't know you're dead, it is only painful for others. The same applies when you're stupid.
Good one.
Ricky Gervais. You gotta love this guy. Gotta love this guy. Hey, we got other shows coming up. Next Thursday, we're making our debut at Chef Shangri-La in North Riverside. Hawaiian drinks, Hawaiian food. And you can take the drink home if you don't finish it. In North Riverside, you can take open liquor. A lot of places do that for wine, but Chef Shangri-La does it for hard liquor. Hard liquor you can take home if you don't finish your drink. March 21st, we're looking at debut at 28 Mile and Distillery in beautiful Highwood. On the 25th, we'll be at Rosario's in Roselle. The 26th, Positano's with Lisa P. and Jerry Jams. The 28th, Taverna on Division. April 1st, Moe's Dream Police, the Dream Police for Cheap Trick Day at the Hard Rock Casino. On the 11th of April, we'll be at the Hobart Theater during the day in Indiana. And then at night, we'll be at Primo Italian-American Restaurant in Gurnee, Illinois. On the 12th, we'll be at Fisher, Indiana with Ocean's Rat Pack. 25th, we'll be at Docks in Wakanda. On the 16th of April, we're returning to the Getaway in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. And don't forget, May 14th, we'll be at Zia Social in Chicago. That's your cousin, John. And I can't wait for that place. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Joe,
And then the 9th, we'll be back to the Cove, making our debut at the Cove with Ocean's Rat Pack on May 9th. So get out to Lake Geneva. It's going to be fun. We got a couple minutes left here, folks. Carlo Joseph's with us. One more story, and then, okay, 1 to 3, well, 1 in 3 men and 1 to 5 women haven't had sex in a year. 1 in 3 men and 1 in 5 women haven't had sex in a year. Sexless relationships are more common than most people think. Research analyzing the U.S. General Social Survey found that almost 1 in 3 men and 1 in 5 women reported not having sex in the past year, reflecting rising loneliness, stress, digital distraction, changing relationships, partners. Intimacy isn't disappearing, but modern life is clearly reshaping how it often happens. When you get married, the honeymoon, and in life, things get busy.
Life gets busy. Life gets busy.
That's why hand manipulation is getting more and more popular for men and women. Yeah, you never know what you're going to hear, folks, here on this show. But
Yeah, sometimes you got to take matters in your own hands.
Yes, take matters in your own hands. And this is from Mancow Mueller. I love Mancow. Some people love him, some people don't. Funny how the same people calling Republican voters uneducated also say their own voters can't handle a voter ID.
Yeah.
Nuts. It's nuts. Hey, guys, let's talk about Jack Vena Landscaping. They offer monthly mains programs, bush trimming, spring, fall cleanup, bed mulching, fertilizing, weed control. They offer plant design service and installation, servicing the North Shore for 50 years. That's great for being in a job for 50 years and still going strong. Jack Vena Landscaping. Call Tommy at 847-432-5266. Carlo, every Thursday, you got a thing called at a place called we just lost it. Did you wake up, fall asleep?
Yeah, no. Somehow you must have disconnected and reconnect.
That's what you did. Yeah, it's on your side.
I didn't touch anything.
Yeah, that's you're falling asleep. What I'm trying to say is, what do you do on Thursdays? Tell us about Fozzie's Karaoke.
Oh, it's now called 1021.
Wait.
It's called
The last 2 times you posted your karaoke page, there was no location. So nobody knew.
Yeah, I went back and put it on there.
Where are you at? Tell us about it.
It's used to be the old Fozzie's. It's before that it was Bulldog Ale House in Carroll Stream. It's now called 1021. It's at 1021 Fountain Square in Carroll Stream, 6 to 9. And if we have a good amount of singers at 9, I'm not opposed to staying late. I'll stay later than that. Make sure everybody gets to sing. They got good food, good drinks, real good atmosphere, big stage. Yeah, Carroll Stream.
You forgot to say the name of the town it's in. Oh, Carroll Stream. Okay. And that's every Thursday. So if you're all you karaoke singers out there, want to go out there, get
every
out there,
Thursday.
Do it, folks. All right.
We also play music in between.
Every Thursday, 6 to 9. Do you have any singers coming? Are people still doing this?
Yeah, When I started this with the prior owners, when Fozzie's had it, it was over the summer. We were starting to build it up really good. And I don't know that former owner was that into that location because he had a location outside of Rockford, I think in Loves Park. He had opened one up in Nashville, and he was spending a lot of time on those two locations. Didn't put a lot of time into this one.
Yeah, I got that. I got that, but what I meant to say is there people still singing at these karaoke bars now?
Yes,
Do you see a lot of good singers, Carlo? You see a lot of good singers?
I've done karaoke for many years, and you're going to have good singers and you're going to have bad singers. And I just say it's all about having a good time and having fun. Sometimes the people that sing the most or more often, they're not very good singers. Sometimes you get people that are good singers. It's just for the, if you enjoy singing, being on stage. It's
get out there and have fun. That's what it's all about, guys. Get out there and have fun. And that's what you can do on Thursdays.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're coming to the end of the hour. Actually, we're over the hour, but it's birthdays for Wednesday, March 11. Remember the duo Jan and Dean? Dean Torres' birthday would have been 86 years old. The great late Andy Gibb. Of course, he passed away. He's not with us anymore. We'll be celebrating a birthday. Ricky Stokes, wherever you are, Ricky was on the show. We do. Tom Schultz, he used to be with the band Boston. He found the band Boston. My good buddy Sal Magliomi, Sal, wherever you are, happy birthday, Sal. Mario, the video game, turns 45 years old. Chuck Norris, one of the great master. Chuck Norris. George Thorogood, 75 years old. Jennifer Love Hewitt, 47 years old. Kelsey Grammer, Steve Jobs, Dr. J, and Charles Barkley, 63 years old, ladies and gentlemen. And wish a happy birthday to my buddy Carlo and Jeff Hunt this Friday. Come out to Chicago Prime. We're going to have a nice big bash there. We're going to have some fun. But tomorrow will be at Ches Hotel rooftop. Kind of beautiful place in the hotel there in Arlington Heights. Hope you guys can come on down. We got to go, folks. But before we go, let's thank our sponsors, the great JRC Ace Hardware. Buy local, folks. Out. So make sure you find these here. Everything gets to be a little crazy sometimes. JRC Ace Hardware, wild bird food. 2 20-pound bags for $20 while supplies last. Clark Kensington Royal Paint. Give your house a fresh coat of paint during spring cleaning and save. Buy 1 gallon of paint, get another gallon 50% off. More great deals. And don't forget to tell them you want to grill your ace off. Get yourself many special great deals for grills this spring and this summer from our friends from Ace Hardware. Buy local, shop local. Carlo Joseph, I want to thank you much for your time, brother. Maybe we'll do some darts tonight. And get out of the house. But before you guys go, remember this. Buy local, shop local, support local establishments, support live entertainment. Be kind to one another, folks. And if you're offended with anything on this show or any other show, change the channel. But just because you're offended doesn't mean you're right, folks. Does not mean you're right. Tomorrow, Toxic Tuesday with Carol Brandolino. Friday, Bobby LaMattia, the big promoter there from Texas, because Ocean's Rat Pack will be there in Amarillo, October 16th, and Lubbock, October 17th. Will be our guest on Friday. And don't forget Ocean Split, the woman's point of view, the woman's table. Wednesday, October 25th, right here. Laura Ocean and Carol Brandolino, and they'll be doing it every other Wednesday. The first show is Wednesday, October 25th, right here, 12 o'clock. Guys, I want to thank you all. Be kind to one another, and everybody having a great day. Get out of the house, even though it's snowing, and have some fun. Ringo Starr, peace and love. Thank you, Carlos. See you later. Bye-bye, everybody. Have a great day. God bless you all. Bye-bye.
Time to go. It's the end of the show. See you later from Tony O.
Thank you, Nick Hodges, for that ending, and God bless America. Bye-bye, everybody. Have a great day. Ending stream. Let's see. Yes, sir. A little slow today, guys.